Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news update information, including your Super Duty information and your detailed build and price here on this, this not really pricing, but building and talking about what's on the Super Duty for this year. And we're going through what I like to call complete guide videos. We're going to cover all the standard equipment and the different packages and standalone options. Not all the options this year. I usually say every option. We're not going to cover those accessories that are done at the factory because a lot of those you can get through Ford Accessories, and that's how I recommend you do that. Not build up your build too much, so it gets overlooked for production and getting scheduled. So we're not going to cover that in this video, but because it's going to be a very long video, use the timestamps down below, so you'll see an hour and a half video how. We cover all the information on the different packages. So use the timestamps, move around. Standard equipment will have 5 different timestamps, colors. We'll also have one for each of the different packages, and we'll have timestamps for the standalone options too, for all the different sections of the standalone options. So feel free to move around. Use this as a resource because the order banks are open up right now to order a Super Duty. So also, I forgot to mention, make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos here. And so the order banks are open up. You can order from them. You won't see build and price. We're going to cover that and show you how that is not on Ford.com. It won't be until like August 12th is what we're being told as dealers. So we're doing this old school way where we have an order guide that's available. So go to your dealership. You can pull out the order guide, select your options and everything. We will have a build and price available on our website soon. So we'll have that up there for the 26 model year. And you can order with us. And we're doing invoice pricing as a YouTube special and another $1,000 if you finance with us. Now, we will ask for deposit because configurations can be can be built up, and if you don't take that order, then it's going to go to our lot, and then we have to sell that, and so that's why, for that reason, we'll ask for a deposit. So if we need to, and that vehicle is hard to sell based on certain configurations you have, we can use that to take care of any of those expenses for that we might have to incur to lower that price for that reason. Now, if it doesn't schedule and you cancel it, then we'll give you a deposit back. But if it's been scheduled for a build date, it can't be canceled at that point. Ford will build it and they will send it to us. That's why we have that deposit. So just so aware of that. But pretty good deal there if you're wanting to. But great local dealers. So go find a good dealer. We are the top Super Duty dealer in our state, top 100 in the country. We don't have any problem with getting allocations and getting people scheduled for build dates. We currently, I think we don't. Everybody's getting scheduled. So only one's not scheduled right now when people that just ordered with us. So there you go. So let's go through this. Now let's go pull this up on Ford.com, and I might have to grab my glasses here. But as you can see here on Ford.com, 25 model Super Duty. Nothing about 26 yet. Again, August 12th is when they're saying it'll be available. But so we're going to actually use the 25 model year as a kind of as a source. So some visuals, because they did not do a refresh this year. They did not change the look of this for this year. So just so you're aware of that, that didn't change. We thought it would. We thought we were going to get a refresh this year. It's typically every 3 years we get a refresh or a redesign or some updates, and not for this year. But we did get some package changes and some things even on the Lariat trim that are going to be different than they were from last year. So we'll go over those as we go through this. So let's first talk about the body style and wheelbase configurations that are available. So for the F250 and F350 single rear wheel, so we can look at this. You can get this in 2-wheel drive or 4x4 for the crew cab, and it's available in 2 different bed lengths for you. So if we go to crew cab, you can see Lariat still available. F350, we can go 6 3/4 single rear wheel, and that is available for us, and also in the 8-foot configuration too. Now on your F350 dually and F450, it's available, of course, 1 bed length, but it's still available in a crew cab 2-wheel drive or 4x4. So that is a different change for this year. 2-wheel drive on a Lariat trim if you need it. So we're going to go back to this, and we're going to go ahead and select this Lariat trim and come in here. And let's talk about the engines for available. So the standard engine, as you've seen, it's highlighted there, 6.8 liter V8 gas engine is standard equipment on F250s and F350s, including your dually. It'll come with the Torque Shift G 10-speed automatic transmission for you there. Now, all 450s will come standard with the 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. will be standard equipment on that, and with the torque shift 10-speed automatic transmission that you see on the diesel engines there. So we'll talk about options for engines when we get to optional equipment there. Selectable drive modes, you have a normal, an eco, a slippery, a tow haul, and you'll have for your two-wheel drives, a trail, and the 4x4s will have an off-road mode there for you. And again, available in two-wheel drive or 4x4. As you can see, this year it is not showing the two-wheel drive option in 25, available in 26. The 4x4s will get electric shift on the fly for those 4x4s. The Power Stroke diesel engine will also get an operator commanded regeneration, and also the stationary elevated idle control for your Super Duties, a power steering dampener, and you will also get the standard alternator is going to be a 190 amp alternator for all your Lariats. We'll talk about options for alternators later. For the front axles, your F250 and F350 two-wheel drives will get the twin I-beam front axle with the coil spring suspension, narrow track. And then all your 4x4 F250s and 350s will get a monobeam front axle with the coil spring suspension, narrow track. And your 450s will get that wide track monobeam front axle with the coil springs. So rear axle for F250s and 350s will be a non-limited slip rear axle. F450s, the only axle available is a limited slip 4.3 ratio there for all your 450s. So, but we'll go over gear ratios in depth, probably too in depth later in the video. Now, for your batteries, the gas engines will come with a single battery, AGM battery. The diesels will come standard with dual batteries. There'll be AGM as well. So, heavy-duty gas shocks, front stabilizer bar, and you do get hill start assist. Now, for your safety features, I don't really have anywhere to go on here, but for your safety features, we will get, in fact, let's just go up here to the paint right here. All right, and go with white, star white. So for your safety features, we do have driver and passenger front airbag, passenger side deactivation switch as well. It says in here. Now, I don't know if that's going to be on the crew cab versions, so it may not be on the, that's carried over from all the other trim levels, but you will have the front airbags there. Do have advanced track with roll stability control. Also have, that's going to help you keep you on your intended path. So it's going to use a series of brakes where it needs to keep you going where you need to and not roll the vehicle over if it can help. Traction control as well. And then we do have for your dualies an engine-only traction control as well there. Safety canopy airbags as well with side curtain. Those airbags that come down to help protect from the glass on the windows. We have that latch system to lower anchors and tethers for children to help you anchor in those front and rear facing car seats and those rear seats. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking and forward collision warning. So if the car in front of you is going slow and you're going to hit them and at the current speed, it'll alert you and let you know of that and help you with that warning and preloads those brakes. Intersection assist as well. So it'll help brake the vehicle. So if you're coming across that intersection and you're not paying attention and there's a car coming, it'll brake the vehicle. Security and lock, passive and a theft system, which means only the coded key can start the vehicle. SOS post-crash alert system as well that honks the horns, flashes lights if you're in an accident off the side of the road. And then for your, we do have Ford security package. You get 1 year's included. You do have to activate it, but you'll get 1 year for free. And that's going to help you with having your vehicle getting taken or stolen. So you can actually, if you're going to go on a long trip, you can actually shut it off. So even if somebody has the key to the vehicle, they can't start it. So that's something that you can do through the app. You can also help recover stolen vehicles too by working with the police, by using the locator of that where that's at with that 5G modem in there. So that's pretty cool package there. See that on your trucks. So Super Duty gets it, F-150 gets it. Exterior, let's talk about that. So we'll talk about colors in a little bit, but for the look there, bright chrome includes the chrome inserts for the grille. So again, no change for this year on this grille. We do have the chrome bumpers on there, daytime running lights. We do get LED reflector headlights here when we go to the Lariat trim. Auto lamp means they'll come automatically when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light when you have an auto setting. We have LED fog lights as well down here in the bumper. 2 front tow hooks that are black up there too. And we do get rain sensing wipers on the Lariat trim, which means if you have one of the intermittent settings and this is activated in your wiper section or wiper settings, then it'll automatically just start wiping when it starts raining on you. So LED roof marker lamps and clearance lamps for your dualies. So F350 or 450 dualies will come with those. there is an option for that for the single rear wheels. We'll talk about during optional equipment. For the wheels, F250, F350 single rear wheels will get an 18-inch bright machine and carbonized gray painted alloy wheel. So you're seeing it right here. That's going to be equipped. All your F350 dualies will get a 17-inch forged polished aluminum wheel, the bright hub covers and center ornaments. And all your F450s will get a 19.5-inch forged polished aluminum wheel with the bright hub covers and center ornaments. Manual locking hubs for your 4x4s. And for your tires on those, your F250, 350 single wheels that get this wheel we're looking at here, it's going to get an LT 275/65 R18E black sidewall all-season tire. And all your F350 dualies are going to get an LT 245/75 R17E black sidewall all-season tire. And all the 450s will get a 225/70 R19.5G black sidewall traction tire with those. Individual tire pressure monitoring system for even the F450s that is new for this year. So you'll have that as well. Four-wheel disc brakes with ABS as well. And then for your F450s on those front wheels, you'll have the splash guards and mud flaps. You do have the fender vents up here on the side. So you'll have that with the Lariat on there. And very functional fender vents, by the way. And then you do get the Power Scope trailer tow mirrors. So Power Scope telescoping. So electronically they'll fold in, they'll fold out, they'll extend out for you if you're pulling a trailer. They'll come with auto fold feature as well. Power heat feature in the glass, turn signal as well. Memory for those. For the driver, as part of the driver memory, high intensity LED security approach lamp that's going to light the ground beside the vehicle. And we also do have utility lighting system is what they call it, which is basically the LED spotlights on the mirrors. And then black skull caps are going to be standard equipment up here. This can be painted. You do get the Bliss with crash traffic alert, including your trailer coverage. So it's a blind spot information system. If there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also includes your trailer blind spot as well. And the cross traffic alert when there's not a trailer connected, if you're backing up, someone's going to cross your path behind you. It's going to alert you and let you know that as well. Body color door handles, as you're seeing here. We do also have the intelligent access with push button start. So that's going to allow you to leave that key fob in your pocket and just walk up, put your hands in a door handle, unlocks the vehicle, and then start the vehicle without getting the keys out when you get inside. It does get keyless entry as well, remote, and then also remote start system too. So they're going to have that too. Now, it's not showing running boards here for us, but it does say on your dual rear wheels, that'd be 350 and 450s, it's going to come with a 6-inch angular bright anodized step bar. So, and then for your fuel tanks, for your diesel engines, your 160-inch wheelbase, or actually I think that's right, 160-inch wheelbase, you're going to get for your diesels 34-gallon. The long beds will get a 48-gallon. And then your gas engines also going to be the same way, 34-gallon, long bed, 48-gallon. So there you go. Let's move this to the back image here. 4x4s will get a decal on the side right there. And then you will get the side steps in the bed, also in the bumper back here too. Help you be able to get inside there. Center high mounted stoplight is going to be LED up here for you. We also do a fixed rear privacy glass with defrost on the back glass. Tailgate is a removable tailgate with the key lock, like the remote key lock. And then we do have the handle back here is going to be body colored on the top part of that right there for you. So, and we do have remote tailgate release. So you just press that button or use your remote and it releases and lowers that tailgate down. It's not power tailgate, so it doesn't go back up, just so you're aware of that. We do have reverse rear parking sensors, also rear view camera, so you're going to be able to see behind you, and reverse brake assist. So if you're backing up, if you're not paying attention to those alerts, it's going to brake the vehicle so you don't hit anybody. Tail lights, they're halogen on the back with LED reverse lights. So these back here will be LEDs. And then the rear bumper is chrome as well back here. And then we do have the 2.5-inch built Ford Tough hitch receiver. Unless you have an F350 dually crew cab with a high output diesel engine or your F450s, it's going to come with a 3-inch built Ford Tough hitch receiver. Trailer tow package as well with 7-pin wiring harness with relays, 7-pin, 4-pin connector as well for you. And then we do also have the trailer sway control And trailer brake controller is going to be included. Standard equipment includes the smart trailer connector as well there for you. And then we do have spare tire, wheel, and carrier, and that's going to be up underneath. And for your jack, your single rear wheels will be a 3-ton mechanical jack. All your dualies will be a 4-ton hydraulic jack there for you. And then we do have tie downs inside, 4 of them on there. There are plates on the side. And then we do also have LED box lighting as standard equipment when you go to the Lariat trim there for you. So it's going to allow you to light up the bed back there. So, all right, let's go to the interior here for you and talk about that for a second. So on the interior, we'll get into colors and everything in just a little bit. So we'll cover the interior and then get to colors. The carpeted flooring will be carpeted, full carpet down there with, I think you get floor mats too. It doesn't mention it in here. Carpeted scuff plates, front, color coordinated there for you on those scuff plates. We do have door trim will be a soft armrest there for you. Grab handle or pull for you to close the door, molded in upper applique as well. And then we do have reflectors on those doors. So we have them open, people know and see that if they come along the highway. AC vents, the silver there with the little chrome ring on those. And then we do have ambient lighting. It's a fixed color. I think it's ice blue. And then for your seats, they're ActiveX seating, just like last year. That did not change that. People want leather. ActiveX, those will wipe and clean so much easier. I have ActiveX in my vehicles, and I like them. You do get the console here with the bucket seats, as you're seeing right here. We do have options we'll talk about later for bench seats, a standalone option, but we do have the 40 console 40 with the a nice big console there for you too. 8-way power driver's seat and 8-way power passenger seat. Easy entry for the driver's seat, including memory. That's driver's seat memory for that. The mirrors, I think the pedals and the steering wheel. We'll get into that in all in just a little bit. Front heated, ventilated seating as well. And we do have driver manual lumbar for the driver. So, and then 2-way head restraint for the driver and front passenger. That means they can go up and down. And the center seat. There you go. Actually, we're going to get to the rear seat. Sorry, rear seat is the ActiveX seats back there too. 60/40 bed seat with the flip up and down with the 2 outboard head restraints and a center head restraint as well. So, and then we do have armrests with cup holders. You can flip down. You can see a little loop on it right there. And then we do have front and rear map pockets as well there for you. So, all right. We do get the power equipment group that gives you the power windows, locks, and everything like that with auto lock and auto unlock. We do the front windows are going to be one touch up and down feature, which means you just hard press it down. You don't have to hold it. They're going to go down, coming up, pull it to you for that click. Second row also has power windows too for you. Power door locks with backlit switches and auto accessory delay as well, including your power tailgate lock as well for you there too. All right. Now let's get a view of this dash. We do have a 12-inch LCD productivity screen through there. Gives you the menu. That's going to be where your gauges are at for your fuel economy, your towing, off-road applications, all that. Multi-function switches for that message center and everything else like that. Those switches are over here on the right side of the steering wheel. Left side of the steering wheel is going to be your cruise control, audio controls as well on the lower part under that silver little applique there. And then we do also have the power memory, power adjustable pedals. So forward, back for those pedals, and it's included in your memory. Steering wheel is a wrapped steering wheel, heated steering wheel. I think it's ActiveX. Doesn't say that in here. Manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel. You do not get the power tilt and telescoping on the Lariat anymore. That was a change for last year that carried over to this year. And dual zone climate control. So the driver and front passenger have 2 different temperatures. Premium AM/FM stereo with AM/FM stereo there, MP3. You get 8 speakers because it's got the B&O audio sound system with HD radio. Also get Sirius XM satellite radio with a 360L as standard equipment. And we do get the Sync 4 with the 12-inch screen. So you have the information on demand section over here. You can just swipe over. We do also get the cloud connected, 911 assist, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, digital owner's manual, the conversational voice command that allows you to be able to set up to say like, okay, Ford, and it'll automatically start listening, kind of like your phone does with Google there. We have an overhead console. Actually, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go here. We do have an overhead console with storage bin and map lights. So you do have, you can put sunglasses and all in there. We do have the mirror is a self dimming rear view mirror for you. So auto dimming. So you don't have to worry about it when the car's up to those bright lights. Sun visors. They are color coordinated cloth driver and passenger with covered illuminated vanity mirrors. Garage door openers as well on the visor, like you're seeing there for different transmitters. And then down here, we do have some PowerPoints down there. So PowerPoint, a couple different ones. I think we have an outlet as well in there too, and one in the dash, one on the back of the console. Wireless charging pad. So this here is a door that slides forward, and it has a wireless charging pad down in there. So, and then we do have 5G modem. And we do have this new for this year. We've seen it on the Expedition is the Ford connectivity package. You get 1 year included. There's an option for a longer one-time payment for a longer term if you want. That gives you unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots. So instead of going through AT&T, you don't do that anymore. It's going to be unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots. Also, the navigation is included in that. So connected navigation, audio video streaming as well, voice assistant, and entertainment. So that's all included. So they've taken that premium connectivity, navigation, and the Wi-Fi hotspots included into one package for this. So again, 1 year included. You can do a yearly subscription of that if you want. It's like $150 a year, or you can do a one-time. We'll talk about the options for the one-time here in just a little bit. Ford Pass app that allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using that app. You can remote start the vehicle from anywhere, lock and unlock it from anywhere. You can schedule remote start times, locate your vehicle, check your status, a bunch of things to that free app that doesn't cost. And then a couple standard packages that are also included on this. One of them is on your F-250s, you're going to get that greater than 10K GVWR package. And on the and then also you're going to get the 360-degree camera package. That is included as standard equipment on that. So that's pretty cool that you have that package. Standard equipment, that is going to give you the 360 camera, a lot of different cameras on that. So you've got a camera on under each of the side mirrors, front and back, one on the back of the cab as well, so you can see down in and load up those gooseneck and fifth wheels in the back if you need to. So you have that. And so pretty cool. Also gives you the availability to add a auxiliary trailer camera compatibility. So that's the hardware is there for that. So if you want to add that, you can in the back. So there you go. So that's pretty cool. And it says in here standard on Lariat there for you. So there you go. Pretty cool. So that's also, those are standard. That's a standard package that's included. We'll get into optional packages after we get into colors. But let's do colors real quick here and get into this. So let me pull my color chart out here for us, because there are some new colors this year and some discontinued colors. Let's talk about the colors that are not available anymore, and that's the darkened bronze. Darkened bronze was taken away, not available for this year. And so that's not available, as well as antimatter blue has also been taken away for this year. So those colors will not be available. So if you're looking for those, stop looking. You're not going to find them. So let's talk about some of the other, we'll talk about the new colors in just a little bit. Standard colors, we do have the, is that the black or is that the brown? We do have, okay, that's the brown. We do have agate black or agate black. I'm not sure how to say that. I always forget how to say it. We do have that color available for us there. So there's that. We do also have Glacier Gray available. I think that's this one here. Glacier Gray, that is $9.95 for that color, but that is back for this year. We do have Carbonized Gray. That is also a no-cost color that is back. We have Avalanche Gray. That is back. That is an off-white color, so it's really beautiful. I like that color. We do have Oxford White as well. It's down here. No cost for that color. Another no-cost color is Race Red. That is back for this year as well. And then a couple colors that do cost a little extra. We have a Ruby Red Tinted Clear Coat. That is $4.95 for that color, and that is they put a clear coat on that. And then we also do have the Star White, which we've been seeing so far. That is a tri-coat as well, just like the Glacier Gray. So that's why it's $1,000 for that color there too. So new colors for this year. We've seen this one on the F-150. Marsh Gray is available for you, as well as Argon Blue, which we don't know what that looks like yet. And we don't see any images online yet that I know of as of the posting of this video. So, all right, now let's talk about interior color options. We do have two interior color options. You're seeing in this one here, the Baja. that is available for you. So you're getting the tan, black. You can see on the doors as well on the lower part of the console, or the instrument panel, I should say. And then we do also have the black onyx color as well that is available. So it gives you a full black interior. So those are 2 color options. On that, you will see some of the brown stitching, it looks like, maybe on there. So we did see that a little bit maybe on the trims, but that looks pretty nice. So a couple of different color options there for you. So all right. Now, what I want to do next is I want to talk about the different packages that are available. We already talked about these here that are standard equipment, but let's talk about optional packages and go through those. All right, now let's talk about the Chrome package. This package is the same as it was last year, $1,240 for that package. And this is available on your Lariat 4x4 and your King Ranches. King Ranches only come in 4x4. So that's how that's going to work. So that is available on those two trim levels there, and not available with the black appearance package. Kind of makes sense, right? So this package here is going to be pretty much similar, the same as it was last year. So 6-inch angular bright anodized step bars for the Lariat only. 20-inch chrome wheel. That's the alloy wheel that's on the single rear wheels only. Of course, it says includes 20-inch chrome wheel. The tires, I'm sorry, is the LT 275 65R20E black sidewall all-terrain tire for your single rear wheels. Chrome door, your dualies will keep the same wheels that they have. The chrome door handles right there. And then you do get the chrome exhaust tip, unique chrome mirror caps, chrome front and rear bumper for the King Ranch. And now, do note, if you do this on the King Ranch, it does delete the two-tone paint on the side. So that's something not everybody realized last year. I like to make sure everybody knew that. So if you go with this on the King Ranch, you're used to that two-tone where it had be chrome bumpers on the front and back is still the two-tone at the bottom. You lose the two-tone completely. So also available, you'll notice there is the power deployable running boards on the Lariat. They'll replace the 6-inch angular bright anodized step bar. King Ranch will have the power deployable boards already on their vehicles. So there you go. There's that package again, about the same as it was last year. Nothing changed, it looks like, for that package. All right, now let's talk about the black appearance package. This black appearance package is optional on XLT, Crew Cab, and Lariat. Of course, Lariat's only Crew Cab. Also, you notice in there, single rear wheel as well on there. So not available with the dually, not available with the camper package or the snow plow camper package. So there you go. It does require, as we mentioned here, already mentioned, two-wheel drive or F250 or 350 single rear wheel 4x4s. Also does require the fixed rear window with privacy glass in defrost, or the power sliding window with the privacy glass and defrost. And then also does require the XLT premium package on the XLT. And here's what's going to be included with part of this package. Now, this package is $42.95 this year. So it's $500 less for this year. And I don't see anything that's really been taken away from the package from last year. So let's go through this. And of course, we're looking here on the screen at last year's order complete guide here. So let's kind of go through this. You're going to get the 6-inch ebony black angular running boards. You're going to get the 20-inch ebony black high gloss black premium painted aluminum wheel. So you're going to have that too. Front and rear ebony black wheel ornaments on there. So it's going to give it some, dress that up. You get that same tires last year. So the LT 275 65 R20E black sidewall all-terrain tire. You get the black Ford oval logos on the front and the rear. So it's taking the blue ones off and giving you the black ones. Body colored front and rear bumper as well for this year. Don't forget that box side decal. It'll either say 4x4 in black or FX4. If you add that FX4, if you have, or you order this with a Tremor, then it'll say Tremor in black. The dark fender badge, ebony black right there with the vent surround. That'll be, it says Lariat only, continues for this year. Black painted front grille surround. So you get that as well. The ebony black painted mirror caps for your Lariats. XLTs will have the molded in black mirror caps. Rear wheel well liners. Kind of really like that. I think it should be standard on all vehicles, but you get it with this package. And you get the tough bed spray-in bed liner that includes the tailgate guard, the black box bed tie down hooks, and the black bed attachment bolts. So that's also included. So it does not on here, it says in here, following the standard on Lariat and include an XLT. Actually, those features are now included in the XLT premium package, which is why you will not see that on the building price for this year, or shouldn't see it on the building price for this year, because it requires the XLT premium package. You'd get all these with that package. So that's probably why they made the change to that package. But there you go. Again, $42.95 for this year. So it is $500 less than it was last year. So, and that's probably because the fact that you get these as part of the premium package. So you're paying for them somewhere, right? So there you go. Now let's talk about a new package for this year, and really it's just taking some of the Ultimate package out into its own package, and that is the Lariat Premium package for this year. It is option 96W, and it is going to be $2,250. And basically what they've done is they've taken the Ultimate package and split it into two packages, a Premium and an Ultimate. So you'll notice when we get to the Ultimate package next, that is $28.25. So if you add those two together, you're the same price as last year's Ultimate package. So, but I like that they're doing this because the premium package gives you some of these features down here that are part of that convenience. Now, this is available on the Lariat trim, of course. Optional on, of course, it says Lariat Crew Cab 4x4 for you. So not available with the 2-wheel drive now. Also not available with the 6.8 liter gas engine too. Now, we're going to skip over these two things here because those are part of the Ultimate package. It's going to give you this Ford Copilot 360 Assist 2.0. That is going to be part of this package without the 360 camera. I just noticed that because 360 camera, I'm not sure why it's even listed in here, because the 360 camera is standard equipment on the Lariat. So not sure why it was on there last year either, because it was standard equipment last year too. But I think they're just including that because they feel like that's part of your 360 Assist 2.0. Has a 360 word in there, right? Adaptive cruise control is going to be included. The lane centering, predictive speed assist, and stop and go. Predictive speed assist is if you're going on those curves, it's going to slow you down if it predicts that that the system can't handle it. Also, your speed signs. So that speed, and they kind of use that for that wording as well. Automatic high beams, so automatically they're going to shut those off if you're in town or you got somebody approaching you. The Bliss with cross traffic alert, that's blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it'll alert you and let you know that. Cross traffic alert is if you're backing up and somebody's behind you. Now, also when it says trailer coverage, that is the blind spot of your trailer, not the cross traffic of your trailer. Just so you're aware of that. Front sensing system as well, so you can alert you if you're getting close in those garages, parking spaces, and such. The lane keeping system that includes a lane keep alert, the aid, and the driver alert. So that means it'll help keep you in your lane. The aid system will aid in that and kind of try to bring you in. The alert will let you leave your lane, but vibrates the steering wheel when you left your lane. Driver alert lets you know you've taken your hands off the steering wheel too often. The intersection assist, and that's if you're coming across that intersection, it's going to help you maybe brake you if it sees that there's someone coming and you weren't paying attention. The pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. You get pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and dynamic brake support. So pedestrian detection would be slow enough speeds. It would have to be under a certain speed for it to detect that. If there's a person in front of you, it'll warn you and brake your vehicle. Forward collision warning, it's going to warn you if there's a vehicle, if they're going slower than you and you would hit them at your current speed, it'll let you know that. Post collision braking, basically just like it sounds, it's going to brake the vehicle post collision in case you're unconscious, you're not hitting your brake, you don't put it in park, that kind of thing. Rear view camera allows you to be able to see behind you. Reverse sensing also alerts you as you're backing up. If you're not paying attention to those alerts, that's where the reverse brake assist comes into play and will brake the vehicle if you're not paying attention. We also, some of these other features are part of the, we do have in here, lane departure warning is also included in here. I don't see it on there from last year. We also do have the platform running boards. So that'll be different than the power boards. So we'll get into that again. Power boards are going to be part of the Ultimate package and heads-up display and such. We do get the power sliding rear window with the frost and privacy glass. The Pro Trailer Backup Assist and Hitch Assist. So that uses that dial to back up your trailer or back up to a trailer. If you don't have one connected, as using that Hitch Assist. Tailgate Step, also included with this here. And Trailer Reverse Guidance. So Tailgate Step was not included, is included here. It's not included for this year, sorry. Trailer reverse guidance is where that ends. So you'll have that as well, but no tailgate step. That is not part of this package. It'll be part of the Ultimate package. So, with that said, let's get into the Ultimate package equipment. So again, Lariat Ultimate package is separate now for this year. It's $28.25, and we'll include the other features as part of this that we talked about. So it's available on the Lariat trim. It does require the bucket seats. We didn't see that with the premium package. So that's where if you want some of those premium package types of features and you want the bench seats, that allows you to be able to do that and not lose out on some of those features if you want them. But on the Ultimate package, we'll require you to have that, as well as does require you to have the Lariat Premium package. So you can't just get the Ultimate without the Premium package. Not available at 6.8 liter gas engine, just like the Premium package. And this one's going to get you the rest of those features. The 4-way adjustable head restraints. So not only will it go up and down, but they'll ratchet forward and back. And then B&O Unleashed sound system by Bang & Olufsen. You're going to get the 14 speakers, including subwoofer with the HD radio. You're also going to get the heads-up display. You're going to get the power deployable running boards as well. And you're going to get the tailgate step. So that's all part of that Lariat Ultimate feature. So again, if you already plan on getting the Lariat Ultimate, this won't be any different than it was last year. Same price, includes all the same features, right? All already in there. But if you're wanting that premium package, then you don't have to go all the way up to the Ultimate. So if you're sitting there and going, I don't need the B&O, I don't need the heads-up display or the power boards, right? Then, and tailgate step is a standalone option. So let's say you wanted just that tailgate step from that package, go with the premium package and then add the optional tailgate step. And even if you want power boards, that can be added as a standalone option, I believe, as well. So we'll get into that in a separate video, but there you go. There's that package. Now let's talk about the FX4 Off-Road Package. This package is $550 this year as well as it was last year and is available on all your 4x4 pickups. And again, requires 4x4. Also requires the all-terrain tires for your F250s and F350s. And on your F450s requires that 225/70R 19.5G traction tires. I think that already comes with the vehicles on your 4x4s anyway. Also does require electronic locking differential on your single rear wheels and a limited slip rear axle on your dualies. So if you get this package, you might see the dealer asking you that you'll need to add one of those. So you might have to pick one of those. So just keep that in mind. This is going to give you the hill descent control. So it's going to really help out if you're off-roading, coming down that hill. This is going to help with that. It gives you half-mile increments that you can set that down as you're coming down the hill. Off-road specific tuned front and rear shocks. So again, off-road capable, allows you to go out in the field, off-roading, whatever you might need. Skid plates as well. It's going to cover the transfer case and the fuel tank. And then don't forget, you got to have the FX4 Off-Road decal as well on the side with the red FX on it as well. So that's all going to be included as part of this package. Again, available on all trim levels with the 4x4. Now let's talk about the Tremor Off-Road Package. And this year, it's a little less than last year. It's $4,450 this year, so $50 less. And is available on your XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum trim levels. Again, of course, does require 4x4. Now, something to note here at the launch is a late availability on the XLT and the Lariat, unless you order the Lariat Premium Package or Lariat Ultimate Package. So all XLTs, this will be a late availability. And Lariats, if you don't order those packages, it's going to be late availability for you as well. We don't know how late. Typically, that means job 2, but not always. Don't forget, this isn't available with the 8-foot box, not available with the dual rear wheel, not available with the rear stabilizer bar, and not available with the spare wheel and tire delete, and not available with that Torque Shift G automatic transmission. In fact, when you order this on a vehicle with a 7.3 liter gas engine, like you said, you're seeing there, it's going to automatically upgrade that transmission to the better transmission. So also this is available with the 6.7 high output Power Stroke diesel engine. Does require crew cab. And also, of course, you mentioned that transmission right there. But for this year, you can also get this with the 6.7 liter standard Power Stroke diesel engine. That's option 99T. That was not available last year. And I think they've done that so that more people can get this quicker because the 6.7 liter high output is a lower production rate. So that helps you out. So this is going to include your 430 electronic locking axle with your 7.3 liter gas engine. Also, it's going to give you the 355 electronic locking final drive ratio with the 6.7 liter diesel engine or the 6.7 high output diesel engine. Also gets you the 35-inch Ultra off-road tire. That's an LT 285 75 R17. And it's going to give you the 18-inch black or ebony black machine and painted aluminum wheel. So real sharp looking wheel that comes with this. Also for your F2 on your F250 greater than 10K GVWR package is going to be included in this as well. And the lane departure warning has been removed from this package. So there's your $50 savings. The unique front springs with the ride height increase. Also, so you're getting better springs on this. The rear electronic locking differential. The front limited slip differential in here. So again, totally off-road capable here. Performance front and rear shock absorbers as well. The off-road running boards. That's a textured matte finish like we see on an F-150 Raptor, right? Love those boards. Also does have the skid plates to cover the transfer case and fuel tank. You also get the unique front air dams. The approach angle is going to be improved on that. So it's going to be a shorter air dam up there. So that'll help with that. Water fording vent tubes for the transfer case and axle. You also do get rock crawl mode. You get trail control mode as well. And for this year, you're also getting a trail turn assist as well included. So that's going to be an upgrade for this year. So kind of you get an upgrade and it's less money. So that's cool. Tremor off-road decal on the side. And if you get this with the black appearance package, that'll be in black. And then we do have the spare. Spare is going to be a conventional road wheel with an LT 285 75 R18E black sidewall spare tire. So there you go. Also, like it says down here, available with your power deployable running boards for certain trim levels. Now, keep in mind, it is not available with, as it says there, the Baja or the interior trims 6J or 6B. So that's the interior codes on that. So there you go. So I already mentioned that stuff earlier about what it's not available with. So there you go. That Tremor off-road package is a pretty cool little package, and is a little bit upgraded. It's got trail turn assist for this year. So if you need that, that's a nice upgrade. All right, now let's talk about a really popular package that a lot of people just feel like this should be standard on every vehicle, and this is standard on a few vehicles. This is $650 this year as well, and that is the fifth wheel gooseneck hitch prep package. You would want to order this if you want to add a gooseneck or fifth hitch. So add this, and then this does not include the hitch. So standard on F450s, but available on all Super Duties. So XL, XLT, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. It's available on those F250s and 350s, and not available with the bed mat. I think that probably lists it down here. Not available the drop-in bed liner, and not available, of course, with the pickup box delete. So this is going to include 5 pickup box bed attachment points with plugs. So that way you can attach a fifth wheel or a gooseneck. You see that gooseneck in the middle. One frame under bed cross member. So going to give you another cross member up there. And also it's going to include the wiring connectivity inside the bed. So it's going to be on the driver's side, back in the back. So that way you don't have to run that down under the bumper or anything. It's going to wire there on the side of the bed. And then it does say the tailgate delete cap kit as well in there. And that is shown in there. So it must have been a late change there. So there you go. So you just keep that in mind. And don't forget, this is compatible with your different hitch kits, right? So there you go. You can get the fifth wheel hitch kit or a gooseneck hitch kit, and that's compatible with those. So you definitely want to make sure you get this along with it. Now, this might slow down things because this isn't just a free demand option, which means that it is a little constrained. There's only so many that it can do, and because of that, might take your order a little bit longer to get scheduled. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the Ford Connectivity Package one-time purchase. They're considering this a package you can order. It's $745 for this package. So let's go over that Ford Connectivity Package. Of course, includes on the XL and the XLT that unlimited Wi-Fi hotspot. But on XLT Premium, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum also include the connected navigation, your audio video streaming, voice assistant, and entertainment. Now, if you like all that package there, I think it kind of incorporates the old premium, the connectivity package, along with navigation and along with the Wi-Fi hotspots, all into one package. You can get it for 7 years. Well, it says one-time purchase. It's saying unlimited, but it's a 7-year package. It's $745, so that's about just over $100 a year when you get that. So that's an option there. If you want to get that, you can add that to your vehicle. When you order it, you can add it, or the dealer can also put it on your vehicle at the time of delivery. So you can make that decision later if you're not comfortable with making that decision when you order a vehicle. All right, so let's talk about this F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. I'm not showing a cost, but because I believe this package is a no cost package in here, and this is optional on the I think it doesn't mention there. It says available on all F250 Super Duties. In here, it does say pretty much the same thing. So also does say in here that not available with the pickup box delete, as it mentions at the bottom here, and does require one of the diesel engines. So either the standard 6.7 liter 4-valve Power Stroke or the high output engine. So either one of those. And this in here is going to include your 11.6-inch axle upgrade. Also going to include that F250 greater than 10K GVWR package. And it's going to increase your GVWR up to 11,400 pounds and increases the GCW on your diesel engine as well. So again, this is something that some people might want to upgrade to and be able to upgrade that axle. So there you go. Okay, now we're going to talk about the snowplow prep package. It is $250 this year as well as last year, and really nothing's there actually is one thing that's been added to this package. So let's go through this. Available on all your 4x4 pickups, as it says there, requires 4x4, and not available down at the bottom. I'll tell you, not available with the Tremor off-road package, not available with the heavy service front suspension package, and not available with that heavy service package for the pickup box delete. So not available with those. So this package here is going to include the customer selected springs for the snowplow application. So just like you're seeing with that truck in the image there. Also does give you the 190 amp alternator with the 6.8 liter gas or the 7.3 liter gas engine. So either one of those two engines. Also gives you the 410 amp dual alternator with your diesel engines. So whether it be the 6.7 standard diesel or the high output, it's going to get you the 410 amp dual alternator. Also rapid heat supplemental heater for your diesel engine, your high output diesel engine. It says in there. Doesn't mention that's on the either one of those. Actually, it says on here rapid heat supplemental heater on the 6.7 Power Stroke diesel engine. Doesn't mention the high outputs. Also does get for this year, actually it's mentioned in there as well. I didn't see it in the order guide from last year. Tailgate delete cap kit as well. So you're going to get that too. And then optional, some options you have is you can also upgrade to this 250 amp alternator on your gas engines if you'd like to do that. So there you go. That snowplow prep package, great for those that need to have that snowplow put on their truck to help everybody out in the wintertime. Now let's talk about this camper package. It's $160 this year as well, and this package really hasn't changed from last year. It's the same as it was last year. So this is available. It says in here available on all dually Super Duties at the top there. So XL, XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch, and Platinum dualies. So and then also it mentions actually in here it's the XL, XLT, and Lariats. And then also King Ranch dually and Platinum dualies. Is what it sounds like to me on that. So, anyway, does say in here not available with the 20-inch wheels and tires, the pickup box delete, or the Tremor off-road package. So keep that in mind. This is going to give you the extra heavy service front springs on your two-wheel drives. It's going to go two upgrade above the spring computer selected according to the standard. And on the 4x4s, it'll take it up one on that as well. And then rear auxiliary springs as well, the rear stabilizer bar, and you get the slide in camper certification. And then you get the tailgate delete cap kit. I would have liked them on this image to show them actually putting the camper in the bed, because that's pretty much what this is for, is being able to put the slide in camper in there. But even with that, a lot of people want this upgrade because if they're towing as well and pulling, they want that upgrade in the rear auxiliary springs, right? Rear stabilizer bar. They would want that as well if they're pulling a camper like this too. So I get it. Anyway, there you go. Now let's talk about the snowplow and camper package. So you get both. So if you're one of those that needs both, you can, you need that. You have that with this other package. It's pretty much combines the two, $305. So actually, I think saves you $5 if you go with the combo package. So this package here is optional in the XL, XLT, Lariat, and King Ranch dually. Says in there, but this package is not available on, it's on the Platinum. So not available with the 20-inch wheels or the Tremor package, not available with your heavy service front suspension package or the one with the box delete, and not available with the pickup box delete. Now in here, this require 4x4, there's no mention of the black appearance package. So it looks like you can get the black appearance package and get this package for this year. So that's not included as not available. So that's something that's different from last year. All right, does get you pretty much, you're getting the camper and the snowplow features together in this one package. So that's giving you the upgraded, the springs for the snowplow application, giving you the upgraded alternator for your gas engines and the ones for your diesel in there as well, giving you the rear auxiliary springs, rear stabilizer bar, the slide in certification, and the tailgate delete cap kit as well in there. So you're getting all that as well. So that's all included there into one package. So again, if you're kind of needing, you want that all, then there you go. You can get that set up that way. Let's talk about the heavy service front suspension package. It's $125 this year as well, and is the same as it was last year. It looks like not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package, and not available on the Snowplow package either. And is optional on all pickups. It doesn't say two-wheel drive or 4x4, so it should be available with either. And this in here is really trying to help out. So recommended for only on vehicles which will permanently utilize aftermarket equipment such as heavy-duty winches, brush guards, or other apparatus which loads the front axle to the specified gross axle weight rating. So just keep that in mind. That's a great way. It includes the heavy service front springs, one up for that, so to help with that ride height and everything, and because it'll weigh that front down, right? So that's a great package to add if you're in that situation. Now let's talk about this fixed 10,000 GVWR package. Now this is available on F250, Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. Not available with the Tremor Off-Road Package, not available with the 6.7 high output diesel engine, and not available with the F250 high capacity axle upgrade package. So this is actually going to help keep that GVWR at 10,000 pounds for those higher vehicles that get all those extra features and everything that are included on that Lariat, King Ranch, and Platinum. It kind of keeps that down to that, giving you that basically a GVWR label at 10,000 pounds. Let's talk about this vehicle integration system 2.0. It's $400, and this is optional on all pickups. And we did see it listed under the fleet order options, but I believe it is available on a retail purchase as well. And it's recommended for box delete in trucks that will utilize an upfit aftermarket equipment because it really kind of allows you to be able to program different things into that screen. So it includes a programmable and connected vehicle integration system into your screen there, your infotainment, your center stack screen. So it's a pretty cool system that Ford came out with, I believe 23 model year when they came out with that, when it got redesigned. And it's a pretty cool little system that allows you to be able to connect those in and be able to control those on your center stack screen. All right, now let's talk about some standalone options. We're going to start with engine options for us here on this. We already talked about the 6.8 liter is going to be standard equipment here for us, but we do have some options, a couple options for the 7.3 liter engine. So 7.3 liter is $1,500 this year, so it did go up $500. I'm not going to cover prices on everything, but I do remember the engine prices. So that engine is available with a couple different transmission options. And so let me go through these. One of the transmission options is the same transmission that we did see in the 6.8 liter, and that's that Torque Shift G 10-speed automatic transmission. That's 44F. That is going to be available on your Lariat 250s, F250s. So now we do have for the on the 250, the only way you can get the other transmission that you see on the diesels, that torque shift 10-speed 44G transmission, and that is if you order the Lariat 250 with the Tremor package, then you get that transmission. Otherwise, it is available on the F350, but not available with the Crew Cab F350 two-wheel drive dually. I had to think about my body code there. So it's not available with that, because that one's going to get it's going to get a different engine option there for you. So now you can also get a 6.7 liter Power Stroke diesel engine. Now we know that's standard on the 450s, but your F250s and 350s, you can get that as a standalone option. It's $10,995 for this year. Again, $500 more. And that one is available on F250s and 350s, and it's going to come with that torque shift 10-speed automatic transmission 44G. Also, you can get a high output Power Stroke turbo diesel. It's $13,495 this year, and that one there is going to come also with that torque shift 10-speed automatic transmission 44G. But that one is not available with your Crew Cab F350 single rear wheel two-wheel drive with the short wheelbase. So anyway, so there you go. There's that. So all right. Now, moving down again, two-wheel drive 4x4 is available. Let's talk about gear ratios. So these are sometimes tough to go through. So we'll try to do the best we can. And we know that F450s only get a limited slip 430 gear ratio. But let's talk about the other situations like F250 and F350 single rear wheel for your 6.8 liter engine. You're going to actually, let's go back to that. You do have your standard gear ratio is going to be a non-limited slip 373. We mentioned earlier that's a non-limited slip, but we didn't tell you what the ratio was. It's 373. That's what's standard equipment. But as an optional equipment on both of them, you can get an electronic locking 373 as well. You can see it's $430. Don't know if those are the same prices for this year or not. Also, you have a 430 one as well. It's available. The F250, that's available with no constraints, but on the the single rear wheel F350, it does say in here, you actually can't get Super Cab. It is not available, it says, with the 4x4 Crew Cab 160-inch wheelbase. So that won't be available with that. So anyway, now then, when we go to the 7.3 liter, again, we do have two different options for that. You either have that G transmission available, and we do see that on the F250. So let's just go with that, because you can't get that on the F350. So if you get this setup, then that's going to come standard with the 373 non-limit slip, just like the 6.8 liter. And just like with the 6.8 liter, it's also going to be available with optional electronic locking 373 or 430 gear ratio. Now, if you go with that, and this might ask me to add the Tremor package. So I'm not going to do that. And that's because it's available in certain configurations. So we're going to go, so it won't let us do that. So we'll just go through this. So on the F250 and F350 single rear wheel with a 7.3 and that the transmission we do see on the diesel engines, that is on the F250 is going to come with a 430 electronic locking. And the only way to get that is with the Tremor package on it. So just that's why it asks for that. Now on your F350 single rear wheel with that setup, it'll come standard with the 373 electronic locking with the option for a 430 electronic locking gear ratio. So there's a difference on that. And then your diesel engines for the F250 and F350 single rear wheel standard will be the non-limited slip 331 for that. Actually, let's select that for us here. That's this one. Note on that, it says, okay, we won't get into that because that's for other cab configurations. So let's go with that. And so you'll see there, it's going to come with a 331 non-limited slip gear ratio. Now with that, for both F250 and 350 single rear wheel, you can option up for the electronic locking 331 gear ratio, like we're seeing right below that, right? And then also, or the 355 electronic locking gear ratio as well. So there's that option there for you too. So in some situations, it's saying, nope, that's only for the XL and XLT. So there you go. Now, F350 dually is a little bit different though, because it's going to come with a non-limited slip, or I think a limited slip. So let's look at that. 6.8 liter. It's going to come standard with a 430 limited slip gear ratio for that. And not available though, that gear ratio, that is not going to be available with the 2-wheel drive crew cab long beds. So there's a lot of little notes on these. So I gotta look, make sure I get it right. And then so that is the only way you can do that on 6.8 liter. On the 7.3 liter, and you don't get the G transmission with the dually on this. It's going to come standard with that 373 limited slip, I should say, and then an option for the 430 limited slip as well. And that's where that 2-wheel drive crew cab long bed will get that option for you. So there you go. And then on your diesel engines, it'll come standard with the non-limited slip 355 with an option for limited slip 355 or limited slip 410 gear ratio. So there you go. So there's that. So, all right. Again, some of those can get a little confusing there. So now let's get into some other options for us. And when we're talking about wheel options, we really don't have a lot of wheel options when we're talking about this. Keep going down. There we go. Because you got a Tremor wheel here, and we have a wheel from a black appearance package. So we don't really have optional wheels here, I don't believe. So what's this in here? That is a 20-inch chrome wheel, but that's what you get when you go to the chrome package. So that's how you'd get that. And then again, this wheel is your black appearance package wheel. So there's not really a standalone wheel option outside of one of the packages. All right, moving on down to the running boards. Let's talk about that for a second. We do have some options. So we mentioned earlier, we didn't mention running board. That's because on the single rear wheel, you can get the 6-inch angular bright anodized step bar. Remember, we mentioned the dually's got that included. Single rear wheel, you do have to add that as an option. Or you can get the power deployable running boards. Now, that one is not available with the interior trim 6J or 6B. And I believe that is your bench seat, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it does require the bucket seats. And then also it says not available with the black appearance package either, because it gets the special boards, unless you get the Tremor Off-Road Package. So that's where you would be able to get that power deployable boards there for you. We've got a couple other board options that are deal installed options. Really weird, but it's new for this year. We'll go over those when we get the DIOs. Again, we're going to actually cover the exterior options from the factory and interior options from the factory, and then dealer installed options afterwards. And we're not going to cover accessory options in this video for this year. All right, moving on down, we do have the engine block heater. So that is a standalone option available for you. It is option 41H and comes with a grill cover as well. And I think it's like $190. It's down here somewhere. We'll get to it. There we go. We do also have the security code keyless entry keypad driver side. For this year, it's going to be integrated into the B pillar option 63B for you. So that is going to be available. So this is the DIO. So I don't know what it's going to cost for this year. So it might be a different cost. But now at least it's going to be integrated into the B pillar. Like actually it's showing it to you right here. They didn't update these from last year. So anyway, so for this year in 25, it was a stick-on keypad dealer installed option, even on the Lariat trim. So anyway, they listened and they updated that. Transmission power takeoff provision that is available for you. So that's something a lot of people will add. Now on the 7.3 and the 6.7 will require that other transmission. So you can't get that with the 7.3 with the G transmission. It'll require that. Basically, I like to call it the diesel engine right there. So there you go. And then, yeah, so there you go. Also, onboard scales and smart hitch is available, option 91D. Not available with the 2-wheel drives, though. So it does require 4x4 on that. And I think that's actually listed down here under the interior options. There you go. So $650 for that if you want that. And I think that the PTO is down here under the interior options. No, it's not. Okay, it'll be up here in the exterior options. But not sure where that's at. There it is. $280 for that one there. So Pro Power onboard is also available, 2 kilowatts. It's going to get you an outlet in the bed. That's real nice when you power things out on the job site. It's option 43K. It does require a dual battery on the F250s and 350s. And then there you go. And then this package does require, since it requires the dual batteries, also does include though the dual alternator. So that's going to be included with this package. So, and then let's talk about batteries for a second. You can get a dual battery since we just mentioned that, and that is a standalone option for you. Now on the gas engines, will require the 410 amp dual alternator or the Pro Power on board. So just so you're aware of that. So now standard equipment is a 190 amp alternator. We talked about that. On the diesel engines, if you want to go up to the 250 amp alternator, it's option 67D. And if you want to do that on the gas engine, it's a different option. It's option 67E for that one. And I don't even know if they're listed in here. There they are. They are. So not too much to go up for that. And then if you want option 67B, you can go up to the 410 dual alternator as well. So there you go. And then front license plate bracket, states that require front license plate. It's standard equipment. States that don't, like Kansas, it's option 153, and they'll include that and add it at no cost for you and put it on when it comes in to the dealership. So LED roof lights, marker lights for the single rear wheel, $95 if you want that option. It's option 592. And then tailgate step. That is a standalone option for you. Includes the step and handle. It's option 85G. Where is that at? I saw that earlier. I'll probably run up. There it is. $375 for that. Also, tough bed spray and liner, option 85S. And I wouldn't get this if I were you. I would do it at the dealer or do it somewhere else because that has been holding up builds. But that's like $495 for that. The reason normally I didn't cover the drop-in liner because that's considered an accessory. It's done at the factory. It's $350, and there aren't a lot of people that actually order that. So the power sliding glass with rear defrost and privacy glass is option 435, and that is available. And that would probably, I don't know if that's on the exterior or interior. But I think that's an exterior option, and I don't remember the cost on that, so I don't think it's too much if you want to get that. Let's see. I don't see it in here, but there you go. That's an option for you. And unless it's standard equipment. Nope, it's not standard equipment. Okay, there you go. Now let's talk about interior options. We do have an option for the 40, 20, 40 bench seat if you want on the Lariat trim. So you can do that. It's not showing it in here, is it? Exterior. Well, we got to go to the interior options, Tim. There you go. All right. So we do have the bench seat in there. So there you go. So that is optional on the Lariat for this year. And it's I believe there's no requirements on that. So there you go. All right. Max recline seats get you the 10-way power driver seat, 8-way power passenger seat with 4-way head restraints. So not only up and down, but forward and back. Does require the Lariat Ultimate package and is option 90M. So just so you're aware of that. Also, if you want the power twin panel moonroof, that is available. It includes the lights and switches. That's option 63V, and I think it's close to $2,000, right? Is that right? Or $1,500, somewhere in there. That's probably up here considered an exterior option. Sometimes that's kind of like a exterior interior option. So sometimes I'll put it up here. And so there it is. Power moonroof is $1,500. And I think some of these prices are probably going to be the same this year as was last year. Floor mats, all weather. So it does require on these, requires 2-wheel drive or 4x4 with the electronic shift on the fly when carpet delete is ordered. So, because that is an option as well. So that's floor mats are option 16T. Also, interior work surface does require the 40-20-40 split bench seat. That's option 52S if you want the interior work surface. And that's going to be under the interior options for you. And I don't remember the price on that. $140 on that. So, and there's your mats are $130 as well. They will not. They'll be without carpeted mats, by the way. And if you get the carpet delete, we'll give you the black flooring, vinyl flooring. It's option 166, so that could be done. Especially people that might order that, or people that like some of the Lariat features. But you know, they work outside on the farm, on the ranch. They're getting it muddy, dirty, and everything, and so they don't want the carpet. So. Also, your diesel engines can get the rapid heat supplemental cab heater. It's option 41A as well. Is that down somewhere? There it is, $350 for that. And then we do have the upfitter switches, so you can get that as well. On your gas motors, does require the you will have the alternator. Standard alternator is good if you want the 190, but also you get the 250 or the 410 or the Pro Power on board. So you can get that. Now on your dualies, it does say in here, it does require either the 250 amp alternator, the 410 dual alternators, or the Pro Power onboard. So in that upfitter switches is option 66S for that. Now, new for this year is a Sirius XM with a 360L 3-year plan. So you can get that through the factory and not go through Sirius. So you can get a 3-year plan. It's option 52E if you order it on the build. I don't think you get that option if you don't put it on your order from the factory. So, all right. Now let's talk about some dealer installed options. And the reason I kind of want to bring these up is because there's some ones that I think are kind of important that I think you can get from the factory, and but there are some new ones as well available for this year. So the bed hooks, retractable by Bull Accessories. That's going to give you 2 of those. It goes in the back. Does not available with the retractable bed cover, by the way. And that there is pretty cool. We've been ordering that on a lot of vehicles. For us, it's right there, $70 for that. And so that's that right there. That is a dealer installed option. So dealer installed option means that the dealer will install them. So it's going to come not from the factory, but their accessory shop. It's going to be shipped to the dealership and get there hopefully before your truck does. And I say hopefully because there's situations where those have not arrived on time. And so we have to wait until the part comes in to be able to put them on the vehicle and then deliver it to the customer. So that's why yeah, so just take note of that. Now, 2 running boards for this year, not available with the Ultimate Package, and that is the chrome tubular running boards and a black tubular running board. So those are an option for this year. If you like that look, you can go with that. Again, not available with the Ultimate Package. It doesn't say anything about that premium package, though. The battery jump start system, GB70 by NOCO with a case, not available with the diesel engines, is available as a dealer installed option. I wouldn't get it. Just get that through Ford Accessories. Don't take a chance of it holding up or waiting on it to come in. Real Truck Advantage, looks like Ford's working with them. They have a couple bed covers. One of them is a hard rolling truck bed cover by Real Truck Advantage. It's not available with the pivot bed storage case or the drop-in liner. But that's available, as well as a soft roll up truck bed cover. That's the name of it, by Real Truck Advantage. That is available with those things. And then we do have tailgate lettering. We have a matte black or a carbon fiber by Tough Skins. Not available with the Lariat Ultimate Package, but you can get those. You can also get those and put them on yourself if you'd like through Ford Accessories. Windshield sunshade by Covercraft is also a new option for this year. I believe that's going to go at the top. It's basically like it's almost like a tent at the top part of your windshield, I believe. But you can also get that. We do that here. Anybody that does tent can do that for you. I think that's the same thing. So. Super Duty Toolkit by All Trade. That's also new for this year. I'm assuming that'll be available through Ford Accessories as well. Illuminated front emblem. So then we've been seeing that on the F-150 getting pretty popular. So it replaces this one with an illuminated emblem up there. So pretty cool. If you like that, it'll light up with your headlights and light up the front. Looks cool coming down the road. So that's an option. That's new for this year as well, and dealer installed option. The side window deflector kit, smoke low profile by Lund. That was available last year. That is should be here somewhere, and that's gonna right there. That's gonna go on those side windows. So there you go. And then we do have the pivot bed storage case. Let's see if I can find these. There we go. And those are a dealer installed option. They're gonna swing out, so they'll bolt in against the back corners of the bed, and then you can pull that little lever right there, and it's going to swing out for you. There's a left and a right side, not available with the drop-in bed liner if you choose that option. First aid kit, roadside assistance kits, don't get those. Don't put them on your order. You can get those at Ford Accessories and not worry about it holding up your build or anything. So you can get those. Tailgate lock by McGuard. Now, this might be something that I think aren't holding up. $50 if you want that. And what that's going to do is it's going to put this little lock on the tailgate. So if you have where this is going to work is not when you have your tailgate shut. It's when the tailgate is down, because the tailgate's removable. So that way they put this on there, back there at the back. So then that way they can't take that out. So, unless they have that tool, right? So there you go. And then we do have and the winch by Warren. So that one there is like $4,000. There you go. that is available. That is a dealer installed option. It's actually not showing the winch. It's kind of disappointing. But you can see in here, does require 4x4, not available with the 450. Also not available with the F350 dual rear wheel with the 410 final drive or your high output diesel engine. Not available with those, and does require certain things. If it's on a 250, it requires a greater than 10K GVWR package, and then also dual battery for your gas engines. Also the 410 amp dual alternator on your diesel engines. What's funny is it mentions the high output, but down here it says that it's not available with the high output. But maybe that's just this drive ratio. Well, you don't get that drive ratio, you get 430. I don't know. Anyway, sometimes there's some different things. So there you go. You got that winch that's available. Now, you also get a spare tire lock as well. So the spare tire doesn't come with a lock right there to lock that out. If you want that, that is a standalone option for you. And then also there's wheel locks. If you have a 20-inch rim wheels, you can get the wheel locks as well as a standalone option. So, and then lastly is some of these camera systems. So there's a auxiliary camera that you can put on your trailer that wires in with those 360 camera. Also, there's a TPMS for your trailer. It gives you 4 sensors. And then there's also a fifth wheel gooseneck bliss, the blind spot information system for that trailer. So this is a package there that gets all 3 of them, $1,700. But there's also different variations of that where you get just the TPMS and the bliss for $1,330. There's an option for just the camera and the TPMS for $980. And there's even an option for just the TPMS for $580 or just the camera for $480. So again, different variations for all of those right there. So there you go. That's all of the equipment I wanted to cover in this. I'm not covering all the accessories as well. By the way, there's your power sliding rear window. So there's some others retractable. So there's some accessories in here. And I just recommend you get the accessories through Ford Accessories and not from the factory on some of those. Now, some of them might be okay getting, but anyway, this video is long enough. I didn't want to take any more than I already have. It's already real long, but there you go. Hopefully that does help you out. And if you have any, what we might do at some point is we do a Super Duty Saturday video series, and what we'll do in the future is we'll go ahead and do one on all the accessories that are available through the factory, and we'll talk about those and go through those in a video series at some point. So how about that? We'll do that in a video. So be looking for that in the future. Make sure you subscribe with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of these videos. And also don't forget, order banks are open up. You can place an order for a 26. If your 25 hasn't scheduled, place that 26. If it schedules for 25, it can always be canceled. So keep that in mind. Now, if you do want to place an order with us, we're doing invoice pricing as a YouTube special. $1,000 off if you finance with us. We will ask for a deposit, and that's because if that does get scheduled for production date, we can't stop it from being built, and it's going to be built to your specifications and might be a struggle to sell. That's why we ask for a deposit. Now, if you go ahead and order that vehicle, and let's say you're waiting for 25, we take that deposit. If it doesn't schedule, we'll give you the deposit back and cancel the order. So that's real easy to do. So anyway, so there you go. That is what's going on here at McArthur. So we're not done. We have a couple other videos to do in this video series, and don't forget to check out our other videos, as well as we do a live stream and we do a scheduling video. A lot of videos here, so make sure you subscribe, bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos. Till the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.